Hey DJ, do you know what we're celebrating today?
My birthday?
Oh shit, it is your birthday. Well, that's not what I was gonna say. No, I feel like shit. But you know what we are celebrating? St. Patrick's Day.
Woohoo! Luck of the Irish!
We're a couple of guys who like to watch movies, cinema nerds who made it our duty to make a show where we break down, discuss, and review. We're the men who watch movies.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of The Men Who Watch Movies. This is our St. Patty's Day special. So my name is Alec.
And my name is DJ.
Yes.
And welcome to the St. Patrick's Day special. I understand that you're all gonna, watch St. Patrick's Day movies, drink some beer, have some cookies, have some fun, watch some St. Patrick's Day movies, because, I ain't gonna spoil it for you, but I saw this, this movie that's really gonna blow your minds away.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about a couple of our favorite St. Patrick's Day movies. We're gonna break those down for you. But first, let's talk a little bit about St. Patrick's Day. Do you know anything about it? It's one of those holidays that I don't know. I know it's about a guy named St. Patrick, but didn't he drive the snakes out of Ireland or something?
I believe he did. He drove the snakes away with his shillelagh, his cane, or something like that. I believe that it's stuff like that. It's historical stuff like that. But I do remember, not to get off topic, but I remember
not to get off topic, yeah.
But I remember that there was this episode on The Simpsons about Whacking Day, and I think that there's a reference to that. So I believe that was super funny, and it had Barry White in there. So
yes, yeah, I remember that episode. That was funny.
I love it.
Yeah, for me though, St. Patrick's Day, yeah, like you said, it's about beer. Yeah. It's about overly salty meats, and about cabbage and good times. So let's leave it at that. Okay, first off, let's start off with some movie news of the week, Irish edition. We're going to give you guys a little bit of news that's going on in the movie business. So first off, HBO Max picked up the Penguin show, based off of the Batman movie starring Colin Farrell, which is an Irish actor. So what do you think about that? How do you think that's going to be?
It is awesome. It's going to be awesome. I haven't heard any news about it, but I'm going to say it's going to be really, really awesome, because I saw the Batman movie, and I got to say, it's amazing to see Colin Farrell as the Penguin. He got his prosthetics. He looks different. I heard something in an interview that he went to Starbucks as the Penguin character, and he ordered some coffee and whatnot. Uh-huh. And Jeffrey Wright didn't even understand, and Jeffrey Wright didn't even, recognize him. Wow. It's like, holy moly. That's a holy moly story.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize him. When I saw him in the trailer for the Batman, I didn't even think it was him at all. I thought they got a whole new actor. It just very good prosthetics on that. Moving on, Taken 4 is going to happen. Liam Neeson, also an Irish actor. What do you think about that? I mean, how many times can someone get taken?
Well, like the movies are, they're going to make as many movies as they can, so...
True, yeah, Hollywood likes to milk things for all it's worth, but hopefully it's good. I mean, at least, I love Liam Neeson as an actor, and anytime we get a chance to see him in a movie is going to be great, so regardless of what it is. Taken 1 was a really good movie. It gave us that epic line. What was it? I'm a man with a particular set of skills.
Skills that I've required for a very long time.
Yes.
If you don't let her go, I will find you. And I will
kill you. Yes. I love that line, yeah.
That's a very, very good movie.
Yes, definitely. Continuing on with movie news, we're also getting Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds. Now, I bring that up because Ryan Reynolds, although he is Canadian, he has some Irish ancestry, so I thought I'd throw that in there. I'm excited for Deadpool 3. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's going to be awesome. I hope they bring it back on Disney+. Maybe.
Yes. Well, hey, they're bringing Daredevil and all the Netflix shows on Disney+, and those aren't exactly kid friendly. So
yeah, so I just think that it's gonna be awesome either way. But but not to get off topic.
Yeah,
I still wish that they made a Red Hulk movie.
Oh yes, which brings me to my last bit of movie news. The actor who played General Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU has passed away.
William Hurt?
Yes, yeah, William Hurt.
He will be missed, and
definitely, yeah. Which he also does have some Irish ancestry. So rest in peace, good sir, and we will watch your movies in your honor. Well, this concludes this week's movie news. Let's get on with the podcast.
Yep.
All right. So now, we were talking about watching movies for St. Patrick's Day, but St. Patrick's Day is not really a holiday where you think of movies that are associated with it. I mean, you have a lot of Christmas movies, and of course you have horror movies for Halloween, but there's not a whole lot of movies you think of when you think of St. Patrick's Day. I know there's movies that are about Ireland, but there's not a whole lot specifically about the holiday. But there's a couple of them that I do like to watch, and we're going to talk about those right now. So, what is a movie that you watched during St. Patrick's Day?
I saw Leprechaun. And it is like I don't want to say it's horror. It's a horror movie, but it's has a little bit of comedy. I didn't know it at the first time, so I'm just like, hey, I'll see this movie, and I'm like, there's a lot of holy cow moments.
Oh, definitely, yes. Very interesting. Okay, let's set the backdrop here. So it's basically about this guy who comes back from a trip from Ireland, and he steals some gold coins, and he pisses off a little leprechaun man, and he just unleashes this tiny evil. It's very amusing. I think we think of the leprechaun in that movie as the villain, but I really think he's kind of the victim, right? Because he got his shit stolen and he wants it back. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that the leprechaun is, he's not a bad guy. Someone stole his gold and he wants his gold back. So I believe, hey,
yeah, exactly.
Look at the Irish.
Yeah, I think he's the victim of the story. We have Jennifer Aniston in this movie.
Yep, from Friends.
Yeah, I think it's pre-Friends, right?
Yeah, it's pre-Friends, stuff like that. But anyway, I just want to say, this movie is awesome. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it's not typically what you think of as like a great horror film, but I think it's just amusing. I think it's very entertaining. He's not particularly scary. I mean, the makeup is great. Warwick Davis, he's the actor who plays him, right?
Oh, yeah. He was from Star Wars. I believe he played one of the Ewoks.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was from Harry Potter. Not to get off topic.
Yeah, not to get too off topic here. But he was also in Willow, right? Willow?
Yeah. I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe so. The makeup was definitely great. But he's not particularly a scary villain or scary horror villain. His powers are kind of interesting. He has like some kind of telekinesis. Although when that douchebag stole his gold, he kind of lost his powers, so we didn't really see too much of his full on, leprechaun abilities. But I know he used some kind of weird green ray to close the door, and he was able to like move things around with his mind. He was also able to change his voice. It reminded me a lot of those the trolls from Ernest Scared Stupid, where like he would shift his voice into something else to trick people. And he did a lot of biting. He bit people in the movie, but he was mostly like brute force. And his kills were pretty kind of, they varied in quality. But one of my favorite kills, I think you know which one I'm talking about. What do you remember the kill that I'm thinking of?
The leprechaun that puts the wife down the stairs.
Oh, there's that one. But remember he was riding on something.
Oh yeah, like a car.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what was that about? Where did he get that? Because so there was like this scene where it was like, I think it was towards the end of the movie where the characters are battling the leprechaun, and he goes inside of this barn, right? And he grabs this car. I don't know. It's like what is it?
It's some kind of Irish mobile. I have no idea.
I guess if that's what you want to call it. It's like a go-kart. It's like a go-kart that he pulls out of who knows where. And he starts riding around on it. I mean, it's very unscary, not very terrifying, but it's very amusing. Very amusing. The kill I'm thinking about though is the pogo stick kill.
Oh yes,
I think that was my favorite kill of the movie.
Yes. I thought that was really, really different. I'm not sure if that's the appropriate word to say that, but I just say it was very different.
It was different. It was, I don't know. I think that was the funniest kill for me of the movie. So basically, this whole movie, he's trying to get his damn gold coins back, and he's going to kill anyone in his way to get it. It has the guy who plays who plays Francis, right, from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, yes. I was very surprised that he was in there because I didn't recognize him until I heard his voice.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that you see like in every movie. I mean, he's also in Teen Wolf. I mean, he's just kind of one of those character actors in the 80s that
yeah, he's in those movies and stuff like that. Not to get off topic, but I saw Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so
oh yeah,
I loved it.
But yeah, the scene that I really like too is at the end. I know, spoiler alert, I know this movie's been out since 1994, 1992 or whatever.
1992 or 1993, something like that.
But they kill him in the end. I mean, of course he comes back. There's like a multitude of sequels, but apparently this little guy's only weakness is a 4-leaf clover.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and so there's a scene in the end where there's like these two locals. I think they're brothers, right? There's like that little guy. There's like that kid with the slingshot, and then the one played by the guy who plays Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I can't remember his name right now, but he earlier in the movie he had swallowed one of the gold coins by accident, like an idiot. And now the leprechaun, he's seeking 100 gold coins, and so he has 99 of them at this point, and the 100th one is in his stomach. And so now he's going to try and get back the 100th gold coin out of this guy's stomach. But his brother, he's like, fuck that. I'm going to kill this little bastard. And so he gets a slingshot and he grabs the 4-leaf clover. And now earlier in the movie, there's like a gag where he's messing around with the slingshot and he's pulling pranks and whatnot. And so there's it comes kind of full circle at this point as a callback to that earlier moment. He gets the 4-leaf clover in the slingshot and he shoots it into the leprechaun's mouth. And he starts melting like the guy from RoboCop, and he falls down the well. And it looks great. It's like this puppet that they use, like melting, leprechaunness, melting into a puddle of goo, and then finally they end up shoving him down the well. And I think they blow it up, right? They end up blowing up the well, and that's the last you see of the leprechaun.
Yeah, they blow up the well. I just like the fact that this is a fresh, different movie that I saw. I mean, we're in this era, of course, this new year, of course, where we want to see new movies and stuff like that we have not seen in a while, but we want to educate our brains and we want to, just know stuff.
Oh, yeah. And Leprechaun is definitely the movie to educate your brain with. But yeah, it's a really interesting movie. Not your typical subject matter for a horror movie. You wouldn't think Leprechaun when you think a horror villain, but they did a good job creating this creature. I think the look of him was really scary, even though the overall movie wasn't too scary. Like if I saw this thing chasing me, I wouldn't be too scared of it. But I think it was good for entertainment value. And of course, there's a multitude of sequels which I haven't seen yet. I think there's Leprechaun 2, 3. There's Leprechaun in the Hood, Leprechaun 2, Back to the Hood, and I think there's one. I believe there's one where he's in space. Which what is the deal with that? There's a lot of like horror movies in space, right? Isn't there like Jason in space?
Oh yes, Jason X.
Jason X. There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty weird, but I mean, when people make movies like that, I mean, it's always good to take in a positive direction. If I want to watch the movie, I'll say, what the hey. I'll watch the movie.
Yeah, what the hey.
I'll take it in with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I want to see that Leprechaun in space, though. I mean, everyone's going into space. It was William Shatner, Pete Davidson's going into space now, and the Leprechaun apparently. So, this is a great time in history. Everyone gets to go in space. You would recommend this movie to watch on St. Patrick's Day?
Oh yes, definitely. I would recommend it. I would highly recommend it. I give it 2 thumbs up. But
definitely not a movie you want to watch with your kids.
Definitely not. But I would just look at it, focus on it. I mean, it just really it got some holy moly moments.
Definitely.
Yes.
Another movie that I want to bring up that I think is a good St. Patrick's Day movie, and then I think this one is even more of a movie you shouldn't watch with your kids, The Boondock Saints. So let's talk a little bit about that. What is it about?
Oh, it's about these 2 Good Samaritan men that are...
They're brothers, right?
Oh, yes. They're brothers, and of course they're seeking out justice and all that stuff, and of course,
What's
maybe...
better than that?
Maybe they don't want... Maybe the other people don't like it, but I heard that, hey, they're doing some justice and stuff like that. So, hey, I mean,
Exactly. Yeah. So basically, they get into trouble with the Russian mafia, right? Or the Russians, right?
Oh yes, they get in trouble with the Russian mob and stuff like that, and I mean, it just I don't want to give any spoilers out, but it just it's
I think the
all
movie's been
around.
out.
It's all around
Uh-huh.
it's all around gritty, just like a Frank Miller comic book graphic novel, I should say, because it's almost like it.
That's one thing that's interesting about this movie. It reminds me very much of like a comic book origin, because these two guys, they get in a tussle with the Russian mob, and they end up killing these two guys in an alley. Right? They get in a bar fight because they're at like this local Irish pub. It takes place in Boston, right? It was Boston.
Yes, it's a Boston pub.
And then there's a lot of mob activity going around in this area, and these two Russian guys, they come starting trouble, and then they get in a fight with them, and then they beat them up, and then the two Russian guys come to kill the brothers, and then they ended up murdering these Russian dudes, and they kind of get like this idea, hey, maybe we can be the guys who take out all the scum in the city. It reminds me a lot of like a Punisher kind of origin story, although they didn't lose their family members.
Exactly. This is certainly not a kids movie, so I would not recommend it for kids at all. So
no, I would definitely stay away from this. It's not a family movie, but it's a good movie. Yeah, but like I said, so they go, basically they become these vigilantes. They take it upon themselves to clear out all the scum in Boston. And one of my favorite characters in the movie is Willem Dafoe.
Exactly. Willem Dafoe, he's a detective, and he listens to opera, which begs the question: why is he listening to music when he's investigating? But I guess it helps him with the job.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
It puts him in the mood of stuff like that. But anyway,
exactly. Yeah, I think it helps him, get his thoughts together. He's very analytical. I really like that one scene where Willem Dafoe's character, the FBI agent Smecker, he goes to the house of those Italian mob guys. Because there's been some kind of shooting. It's because the McManus brothers, played by one of them is Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead. He played Daryl, and then the other one is played by who?
Sean Patrick Flannery.
Yes, yeah, very Irish name. So the two brothers, they go to this house to take out these. They take out these infamous Italian mobsters, and they get ambushed by this hitman, and he comes to the house and he starts. He gets in a firefight with these guys, right?
Yeah.
After that ambush, Willem Dafoe's character, he's going to investigate it, and he's kind of like breaking down. And then he does this a lot in the movie, where he goes to a scene, he starts breaking down what he thinks happened. Okay, this they probably shot from this area, and this is where this is how they pointed their guns, and I feel like this one wasn't done professionally, but these killings were, and. But this particular scene, it's kind of interesting because it shows the scene of them killing, getting in the firefight. But then Willem Dafoe's in there as if he's there with them, but he's breaking down what he thinks happened. And he's actually, it looks like he's in the firefight with them. He's pointing guns, even though he was never there. But it's just him in his mind visualizing the crime scene. And I think it was brilliantly done. And Willem Dafoe is great in anything that he does. Of course, he's definitely one of my favorite actors. And then this one is no exception. I think he played the part really well. And then there was some surprising twists in the movie as well.
Yes, there was.
One scene that it's definitely memorable is when Willem Dafoe, even though he's investigating these guys, he finds sympathy in them because he realizes after a while that they are killing bad guys. And he has this kind of like moment of
clarity.
Yeah, because he's questioning whether he should like apprehend them or help them, and he actually goes to this priest, and he ends up deciding that he's going to help them out, and he realizes at some point in the movie they're in trouble, right? Because they go to this, they're going to go kill these guys, and they end up getting captured, and so Willem Dafoe decides to go save them, and he dresses as a woman. It's very, very, very good scene. I think he pulled it off very well. He looks better as a woman than he has any right to, which is weird. Although I think it's odd because he goes to this house and then there's these Italian mobsters, right? And
yep.
And somehow these Italian mobsters believe that he's a woman, which I don't know how. It just looks like the Green Goblin in a dress with some makeup on.
Yeah, something like that. I thought it was very weird, but
And
hey,
then
it works. It works.
yeah, and so he pretends to be like this woman sent over to show him a good time basically. And so the guy, he actually believes it. And he lets him in the house, and then they're about to do things, and then the only reason he finds out is because his wig falls off. I thought that was hilarious. I laughed out loud at that scene.
So did I. I mean, I was surprised about that, but
He was,
hey,
he was badass though. He went in guns a blazing, and then he helped the brothers out. And then there's a twist in the movie, right? Because the guy that's sent, to kill, they think that you think is going to kill these brothers. It turns out is that their dad?
Yes, it is.
Yes, yeah, it's their dad. Spoiler alert! I know this movie's, when did this movie come out?
It came out in 1999.
Oh, really? I was only 9 years old. But yeah, spoiler alert. Yeah, that it turns out this infamous hitman they've been pumping up throughout the movie is their father, and then he actually teams up with them, and they take down the big Italian mobster at the end in an epic scene in the courtroom.
Yeah, and
I love that scene.
Very, very, very violent. So
yeah.
I would recommend it.
Now, the guy that I was talking about, the one that's their dad, they call him the Il Duce, right? And then he's played by who?
Well, actually, this actor is played by Billy Colony, who plays the Il Duce very, very good. He has this, quality and of acting, and of course, he is Irish, or he's Irish and stuff like that. So I believe that when he's acting, he acts with a certain gravitas, a certain
definitely
stuff like that. I do believe that this guy could be in more movies. So I say that's good. Hey.
Oh yeah.
This is not a children's movie, by the way. This is very hard R, very rated R. So I when I say this, I
definitely.
mean don't let children see this movie. This is
bloody. There's some good. There's some good squibs in there, by the way. I love the blood effects. Some nudity in there, some uncomfortable curse words. A lot of times they drop a lot of racial slurs and things. I didn't think that was necessary, but I mean, these aren't good people, so I think that explains that. But and then Ron Jeremy pops up in it, which is kind of awkward.
Oh yeah, he pops up.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I didn't expect him to be in it, and it was kind of like yuck. But he got blown away when he went to that gentleman's club. And then they went to assassinate him, and that was like one of the best moments of the movie when he just went down in a hail of bullets.
Yeah, it was like something of like a James Bond movie. It was something of like a cowboy stuff. But
you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like Pulp Fiction meets Punisher.
Exactly.
And it was
I think like it.
It's an interesting mix. It's because it's like this weird gray area for these characters because they're doing these, acts which are murder, but they're murdering bad guys, and that's a sentiment throughout the movie. And even the movie ends with the moral dilemma of like, are these guys good or bad? And you see them interviewing people. Remember at the end? Yes,
and they're interviewing people, and the more that they interview them, the more they're like, "Hey, these guys are doing some great."
Yeah, some people are like, "Yeah, this guy's are great. They need to go out and kill these guys." And then other people are like, "No, this is bad. I'm afraid to walk the streets." And so it's a very mixed reaction. It's almost like real life. People are very polarized by the situation.
Yeah, pretty much it's like a mixed variation of different movies. But I would highly recommend this movie. So when you watch it, you'll know my reaction.
Oh, yeah.
I give it 2 thumbs up, so
definitely.
Please watch it.
So now, which one would you say is the better St. Patrick's Day movie?
I would say Boondock Saints.
You know what? I would have to agree with you on that. I'd say that's the better St. Patrick's Day movie. Although I do love Leprechaun. I think Boondock Saints cinematically is a way better film, of course. I think that goes without saying. But, Leprechaun's good for a laugh and whatnot. But definitely, I think this one's going to go to Boondock Saints. So there is that. So I think we'll leave that there. This shall conclude our St. Patrick's Day episode of The Men Who Watch Movies. And next week, join us as we talk about the Oscars. We have the Oscars coming up, so we'll discuss some of the movies that we enjoyed that were nominated. So just make sure to keep an eye out for the episode. We will be posting it on Friday, March 25th. And, of course, the Oscars are on Sunday, March 27th. So we're going to start switching our days. Normally, I've been posting our podcast on Wednesdays. But just to make it a little easier, because of our schedules, I'll be now posting them on Fridays. So just keep a lookout, and we'll have fun discussing movies like we always do, which is our thing. We talk about movies we love, movies we hate, and everything in between.
Hey, movies surprise us. They give us a glimpse of the reality that we are looking at. It's like looking through a director's eye.
Definitely. And sometimes life imitates art, and art imitates life.
Exactly.
All right, so until next time, this is Alec.
And this is DJ.
From The Men Who Watch Movies.
Have a good day, and have a happy St. Patrick's Day. And as always, keep on watching.